Shoulder and neck tension. Left unchecked, it can turn into full-blown shoulder and neck pain. So what we want to do is find out what areas and what angles and what movements specifically cause us the most grief. Now, as we're doing these neck rolls, like you see me doing right now, you don't want to go into the pain cave. You just want to kind of bump up next to any pain that you might find and then stop. This is the neck we're talking about, so we don't want to wrench on the thing because it's your neck. It's kind of a big deal. So I want you guys just to go ahead and start taking your head in big, slow, very controlled and gentle motions. Go clockwise, go counterclockwise. You can see what I just did there as I started looking to my left and looking to my right because I'm just looking for those real specific areas that cause me grief as I'm just going about my normal day. Now, that's going to help you find out specifically where you need to spend more time in some of these stretches that we're about to do. So if one of these stretches you kind of feel but not really, we don't necessarily need to spend a whole lot of time there. So as we're going through here, let's say that right there I feel a whole lot of pain. If I'm getting a stretch for my chest, I'm probably going to feel that angle a little bit more than say if I'm doing an across the body stretch. So just some things to keep in mind as we're moving forward. Go ahead and pause the video and just get some neck rolls in there. Let's go ahead and start getting into some stretches to relieve that shoulder neck tension. We're going to start off with the tried and true across the body stretch. I want you guys to go ahead and spend 2 minutes on each side here. Take your time, really get a good stretch across the upper part of your back. Pause the video, stretch it out. Okay, so that stretch was for our upper back, and now we're going to stretch out our lat by using this prayer stretch. So what I want you guys to do is start off in a quadruped position, reach one arm across to your body. So if I'm stretching out my left hand, I want my left hand directly above my right knee. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to imagine like I'm grabbing an imaginary peg, and then I'm going to sit back and try to get my butt to go down towards my heels, and that's going to help me stretch out my lats. So I'm just going to show you a couple different angles here as we're going about this, but we're trying to stretch out those lats. Try to get aggressive with this if you feel a lot of tension here. So I want you guys to go ahead and pause the video. Let's go ahead and do 2 minutes on each side for this prayer stretch. Have at it. So we've done a lot of stretches for our upper back. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch out the front side of our body. And for most of us 21st century dwellers, this is a problem area. So this is called the scorpion stretch. You're just going to lay on your stomach. Then you're going to stretch your arms out like you're about to go in for a big hug for somebody. Make sure that your hand and your elbow are in line with your neck or your shoulders as you're doing this one. And then you can do this with a straight arm, like you can see me doing it right here. Notice how my elbow is in line with my shoulder. My hand is just a little bit above my ear. That's where I want to feel this stretch. If your hand starts to drop lower than this, you're going to end up not feeling that stretch. So if your hand is like here, you're not going to feel that. You're not going to get a good stretch out of your chest or anything like that. So be sure that your hand is, like I said, elbow in line with the shoulder and then hand in line with your face. And obviously if you have too high, you're just going to start rolling over, so that's not good either. So that is one way to do it with a straight arm. The other way is to have a bent arm, and this is going to hit two different parts of your chest. So if you feel this more with a bent arm, do it with a bent arm. If you feel it more with a straight arm, great, do it with a straight arm. At any rate, I want you guys to go ahead and spend 2 minutes on each side with this scorpion stretch. Pause the video, stretch it out. This next one is actually a stretch for your nerves, so we need to be very careful as we do this one and be very gentle because nerves are not like muscles and you don't want to wail on them. This is called an ulnar nerve glide, an ulnar nerve glide. So you're going to start off by stretching your fingers out as wide as you can like Spider-Man. Try to point those fingers down towards the ground. Don't let your shoulder rise up as you're doing this, and then you're just going to point that hand towards the ground and then tilt your head gently away from the hand that you're stretching. And you should feel that all the way in your fingertips if you are really tight here. You're going to tilt your head away and then every once in a while bring everything back up, act like you're punching yourself in the head, and then come right back down again. Don't let that shoulder raise up because it's going to mute the effect of the stretch and it's just going to end up being a waste of time. So don't let that happen. I want you guys to go ahead and just go back and forth. Like I said, this isn't like a muscle stretch. You're just going to go until you feel like a little tingle in your fingertips and then come back up to it and keep going out. Do it again. Just go back and forth, nice and easy. I want you guys to go ahead and spend 2 minutes on the ulnar nerve glide. Pause video, stretch it out. Right, now we've done a few stretches for our upper body. Now we need to train these muscles that are supposed to keep us out of tension to actually pull their own weight. These are called neck drills. This first one is just called, the official name is protraction retraction. We like to call them turkey birds. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to poke your chin up into the ceiling and then tap your head on the ground. Be very easy with this one. Don't try to do it super fast. The next one is you keep your head elevated and then you just say no. You just turn your head to the left, turn your head to the right. Nothing super crazy here. Again, just take it nice and controlled. Don't do anything super crazy. Next one is a yes. So you keep your head elevated. So the back of your head shouldn't hit the ground when you do this one. You're gonna put your chin in your chest and then basically try to bring your chin back as far as you can. So here's what it looked like if we're doing it wrong. I'm gonna drop my head too much. I'm not keeping that head elevated. It's a pretty subtle difference, but wanna make sure that we keep our head up as we're doing these yeses, right? So it should look something like this. Now the next one, I'm gonna date myself, but this is what they call the valley girl. I'm just gonna bring one ear to the left, one ear to the right shoulder, just back and forth, back and forth. And again, I'm keeping my head elevated. So those are all on my back. Then I'm gonna flip around and do the same exact thing, but I'm gonna lay flat on my stomach. So you're gonna do these protraction, retraction, these turkey birds. You're gonna try to tap your nose to the floor and then the back of your head to the ceiling. Then I'm gonna do my nose. I'm just gonna bring my head to the left, bring my head to the right. And of course, I'm gonna follow that up with my yeses. And this is a little bit easier to figure out why you need to keep your head elevated on this one. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up rubbing your face all over the floor. So then I'm gonna do my yeses. And after those yeses, I'm gonna do my valley girls, bring my ear to my left shoulder, bring my ear to my right shoulder. As you guys are doing this one, I want you to do 2 rounds, 15 reps of each exercise. Now, this is a tough one, especially if you've never done it before, so take your time and take breaks when you need to. Go ahead and pause the video and get all of your neck drills in here. Right, so we've got our neck squared away. Now we need to wake up those muscles in our upper back that are supposed to be holding us in good tension to keep all the bad tension out of our neck. So these are called prone Iyts. You can see what I'm doing right here is an I. I'm literally just keeping the rest of my body nice and flat, and I'm just gonna bring my thumbs up to the ceiling. Don't let your traps, those muscles where most people hold their tension, don't let them do this work. You wanna feel this one in and around your shoulder blades, which are on the upper part of your back. So I want you guys to do 15 I's. Then we're gonna go to a Y, just like you would at a wedding, like doing a YMCA. I want you to do 15 of these Y's. And then the easiest one of the 3 is a T. Obviously, you bring your hand down, kind of like we did our scorpion stretch, and you're gonna do 15 T's. The whole time as we're doing this, we're trying to focus on moving our arms from our shoulder blades. If you feel it in your traps, again, those are the muscles where most people hold their tension. We're using the wrong muscle group. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together like you're trying to hold a pencil between your upper back. Now, I want you guys to go ahead and do 2 rounds, 15 reps of I's, Y's, and T's. Pause the video, wake them up. Now, teaching our body to work the right way is a 3-step process. We stretch the muscles that are working too much, we activate the muscles that need to be picking up their own weight, and then we integrate it into a larger movement pattern to make sure that they actually know how to behave in real time. So we're gonna do that for your shoulders and your neck today by doing some shoulder press. Now, I'm doing this one here with a PVC pipe, and you really don't need any more weight than that. You wanna pull your shoulder blades back and down, or stick your chest out like you're sitting at a fancy dinner party. Keep those elbows slightly in front of your body, and then you're just gonna move your head out of the way so that bar has a very straight bar path to go on. Now, if you have a little bit of weight, you're welcome to use that. Here I'm using just a bare naked bar, and the idea stays the same. I wanna try to pull my shoulder blades back and down, and I wanna try to get my upper back to do as much of this work as possible. For sure, it's called a shoulder press. You should use your shoulders, but your shoulders actually begin most of their movement from your upper back. So the way that your upper body felt during those Iyts, try to get them to feel the same way as you're doing these shoulder press. Go ahead and do 3 rounds, 10 reps with whatever medium you have to do the shoulder press. Pause the video. Now, after we've gone through our stretches, our activation, and integrating all the muscles that should be working the right way, we have to put it back into our litmus test and see if what we did made it better, same, or worse. So go ahead and go through your neck rolls and see if the spots that you felt tension at the get-go feel any better. Hopefully they do. Gang, thank you so much for watching this video today. If it helped you, do be sure to share this video with a friend or a coworker or someone you know that is dealing with shoulder and neck tension. This is one of those things that you're going to have to repeat every single day until your body learns how to behave the right way so that we keep tension out of the wrong muscles and into the muscles that are actually designed to be able to bear that load. If you guys haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and hit that bell notification so that you are aware of when we post videos just like this one. We typically post every Thursday, so be on the lookout for them. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you, and we hope to see you on the next video. Have a great day.